Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Hey guys, welcome back to Obvio. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Marvel's evolving power struggles and villains in the MCU. With a new era on the horizon, it's time to explore why some superheroes underperform and which villains are about to shake things up. So let's start with Quicksilver. Aaron Taylor Johnson brought this speedster to life in Avengers: Age of Ultron, but his defining moment was actually quite tragic, a sacrifice to save Hawkeye and a child. Now, in the comics, Quicksilver is basically untouchable, but the MCU slowed him down for dramatic effect. This creative decision sparked endless debates among fans, wondering if narrative stakes outweighed raw power. Moving on to Medusa, her prehensile hair was robbed of its uniqueness when Maximus shaved it off with clippers in the Inhumans TV series. Instead of using her locks as a weapon or shield, Medusa spent most of the show powerless, which drew criticism from viewers and reviewers alike. This is another example of how Marvel's on-screen adaptations don't always live up to their comic book counterparts. Then there's Iron Fist's Danny Rand, whose Kai-powered punch should have made him a martial arts juggernaut. However, his abilities often felt like a sporadic gimmick, occasionally useful, but rarely game-changing. This inconsistency undermined his credibility as a warrior, especially when compared to the likes of Hulk, who remains a constant threat. The Extremis program in Iron Man 3 offers a fresh take on superhuman enhancement. Characters injected with Extremis could regenerate, survive devastating injuries, and unleash fiery energy. But these powers came with a fatal flaw: instability. Aldrich Killian may have weaponized the serum effectively, but most recipients burned out, literally, before realizing their full potential. Even gods have their limits. Odin, the Allfather of Asgard, is portrayed as one of the MCU's mightiest figures, yet his need for Odin sleep makes him utterly defenseless for unpredictable stretches. Loki exploited this vulnerability to seize Asgard, proving that even cosmic power comes with a price. Mantis, another unique addition from Guardians of the Galaxy, wields empathic abilities capable of sensing and influencing emotions. However, for much of her MCU tenure, Mantis was relegated to comic relief, her powers rarely showcased. It wasn't until Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3 that she truly shined, manipulating adversaries and proving her worth in a high-stakes escape from Orgacorp. Sprite from Eternals rounds out the list of underwhelming powers. Her ability to create vivid illusions dazzled visually, but lacked practical combat application. While she could deceive and confuse, her illusions didn't protect or attack, leaving her more of a showman than a warrior. Now, it's time to shift gears and talk about the next big thing in the MCU. According to reports from CBR and Marvel insider Daniel Richman, two legendary X-Men antagonists, Mr. Sinister and Apocalypse, are being eyed for major roles as the franchise moves beyond Doctor Doom into its mutant-driven future. Apocalypse is set to make his MCU debut, and with his powers and philosophy, he could reshape the Marvel universe. Born in ancient Egypt and worshipped as a god, he commands the original Horsemen of the Apocalypse and is regarded as one of Marvel's most formidable villains. His ally, Mr. Sinister, is equally notorious. Obsessed with genetic perfection, he manipulates mutant kind from the shadows, often serving as Apocalypse's right hand. Should both characters materialize as rumored, their arrival would mark a turning point for the MCU's X-Men. These villains are not just obstacles, they're existential threats, capable of challenging the very fabric of Marvel's heroic ideals. Change is a constant in the MCU, and it looks like we're on the cusp of some exciting developments. Rumors swirling around Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova suggest she's poised for a major future within the Avengers. As Natasha Romanoff's successor, Yelena embodies the franchise's commitment to legacy, diversity, and fresh perspectives. Additionally, Ryan Reynolds is reportedly developing a mutant team-up movie, which could either spin out of Deadpool and Wolverine or stand alone. Reynolds' creative involvement signals Marvel's growing openness to genre blending and unexpected partnerships, further expanding the MCU's storytelling possibilities. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, now a sprawling tapestry of interconnected stories, faces the challenge of balancing spectacle with substance. Not every hero will be the strongest, not every villain will be the most diabolical. Yet, the franchise's willingness to experiment, even at the risk of disappointment, keeps audiences invested. As Phase 6 approaches, the stakes are higher than ever. Iconic villains prepare to test the mettle of both seasoned and emerging heroes. Powers will be pushed to their limits, and the narratives behind them will define Marvel's next chapter. The MCU's story is not just about heroes and villains, but about the choices that shape their destinies. By spotlighting both the limitations of power and the ambition of new threats, Marvel underscores a universal truth. Greatness is forged as much by struggle as by strength. So, there you have it, a deep dive into the fascinating world of Marvel's evolving power struggles and villains in the MCU. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Obvio content.